How's that, guys? Still a little blurry? There we are. I feel a little blurry today, you know? Didn't sleep so good last night. Just one of those nights. So I think the blur is pretty appropriate, to be honest. Happy Friday, everyone. Good to see you all. Good to be hanging out once again. This is my fifth stream in a row. 5-day gang. Yeah, Poodle Squish, 5-day gang. Yeah, it's been fun. Lots of good productive stuff this week. Made a bunch of tunes. Did the competition yesterday. Made the first ever B Howard for 2021. I'll probably play through everything that I made this week at the end of the stream, do a little recap or something. And yeah, but I'm going to keep it short today. I'm going to do some other stuff after we've done this breakdown. So I think it'll just be the breakdown today. Unless they whack us on the front page and we get like 2,000 people watching or something, or more. Sometimes it's more. But I think today's just going to be the breakdown. So yeah, happy 22nd of Jan, everyone. There's quite a lot of new people in the chat I see here, or at least people who aren't subscribed. And yeah, the relevance of the 22nd of January is that in one of my songs, January, featuring Jamie Woon, there's a lyric that goes 22nd January. So I thought probably a pretty good day to break that one down. What's up, friend with him? I wish the track said 21st of January, as that's my son's birthday. Fair. Sorry about that. Should have seen that one coming. He probably wasn't born when we made the track, I'm guessing, so that would have been pretty hard to plan. Wow, Echo says it's the 21st of the 20... It's the 22nd of the 1st of the 21st. That's pretty cool. Lots of 2s and 1s going on. But yeah, welcome to the stream. If you are new here, let me know where you're tuning in from. Love seeing you guys. Letting me know from where you're listening to around the world. It's... Money. Oh, he's 7? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we wrote January in probably late 2012, early 2013. So it was around the time, actually. Shit. I don't think we actually wrote it on the 22nd of January, though. I think we just decided we were going to put that lyric in because it sounded good. Make some noise, everyone, for the Sodom. The Sodom? The Sodom? Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, but thanks for the kind gifts, gifting the subs. We got people inside from California, from Edinburgh, DC, San Fran, Switzerland, West London, Reading, Argentina, Dirty South, Sweden, Puerto Rico, Brazil. Very nice. Hello, everyone. Yeah, thanks for the donations. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Come on. Come join us. Get involved, or at least follow the page, or do something. I don't know. I'm so bad at telling people to follow, and I notice on like YouTube and other channels, it's like the first thing people say is like, welcome back and make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell or some shit. I never do it, so there you go. I just did it. Hit the damn bell. I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for the 22nd of January party on the 22nd of January. Well, here we are. Get a drink. Do whatever you need to do to have a party safely. I'm personally going to go crazy on this coconut water. That's my party right now. But it is also only 12:30 in the afternoon here, so... Yes, day 5. Hey, 3 Kelvs. Hey, Paddy Beats. Hey, Not the King. Money. What does 22nd of January mean for disclosure? So, yeah, the lyric in the song, January, which we'll go through in a minute, it doesn't have too much meaning for me and Howard, or Jamie, I don't think, personally. We were just looking for a lyric and a date and a time to put in the song. I think because we noticed there are some tunes out there that just do that are very sick. The number one has to be September by Earth, Wind and Fire. So that's why. We were just looking for something that flowed really nicely and would just be like good, like easy and good to sing. Because, you know, that da-dee-ah, dancing in September, and do you remember 21st night of September? So we were like, 22nd January. It was pretty much as simple as that. It was, yeah, I think, you know what, every time the year rolls around and the 22nd of January has come up, I haven't done this today yet because I haven't spoken to Jamie today, but we usually do send a text back and forth or something. And there was one year where something did happen on the 22nd of January that was notable. I can't remember what it is now, but something did come around and we were all like, oh, maybe that's why we used it. Shit, some like serendipitous hindsight shit was going on. But no, at the time of writing, I'm 99% sure that Howard and Jamie, whilst they were writing the lyrics, just did it purely for flow and because it sang well, you know, because 16th of February wouldn't be as good, you know. 16th of February, you know, it just had all the right syllables and the right flow and all of that kind of stuff. Lyric breakdown, yeah, that's not really my thing. I've texted Howard to see what he's doing, but he's probably not available. He's been working in the studio this week, so I don't know if he's going to be able to come by. Let me check my phone, but he's the one for lyric breakdowns. But next time he's on, we can always ask him as well. He hasn't texted back to give us a little bit of information. But yeah, today we'll just be going through the project. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it now and it's a mess. it's off Settle. So, you know, the project's off Settle that I haven't gone back in and redone at a later date. You know, they're pretty, let's say, primitive compared to like where I'm at now in my producer life. So, but you know, I kind of like showing you guys that because, you know, we've done a lot of breakdowns at this point, and I think you guys can see the evolution in my technique and my workflow, and I hope that's useful to some of you. So, you know, I think it's fine. I think it's good to see where it all began. And someone said do a breakdown of offline dexterity. Yeah, I mean, now you're getting really back in the day. I think the hard drive for that's probably in the UK, on my shelves, to be honest, somewhere. I'd have to fly back to the UK to do that. But maybe we will. Maybe we will. DJ Jazzy Jeff was born on the 22nd of Jan. That's cool. That's really cool. Could someone, yeah, maybe you guys, can people start Googling what the hell happened on the 22nd of January? Edward VII became king in 1901. That's good. Yeah, definitely weren't thinking about that, but that's good to know. The more meaning we can get into this, the better, because I don't have any, so it's better than nothing. Your Pharrell remix bangs. Oh, thanks, man. That's a long time ago. Guy Fieri's birthday. That's another guy. We are few and far between, so shouts to Guy.
Here we go now.
Journey's lead singer, Steve Perry, 22nd of Jan. Nice. Journey. Sick band. Oh, Apollo 5 lifts off, carrying the first lunar module into space. That's my kind of fact. That's dope. That's really good. The creation of Central Intelligence Group. Cool. Wow, how are you getting all these facts? That's great. If you take 2201, it equals 21. Cool date vibes. It is a cool date today. Great track on in the background. I can tell you right now. This is Alec Milton, Number 9. So this was basically all the music you're hearing now in the background are songs that have been entered into the past competitions that we've done on the stream. I don't think this one won, but it was in the top 5. You can find all of these songs here. Oh, there's Howard. He's in the damn chat. All right. You going to text me back, Howard, or you already did? Oh, he says, I won't come on, but I'll be in the chat. All right, Howard, do you mind typing out, like, I don't know, some information about the lyrics? Just like a bit of meaning or, I don't know, just some like memories of the day from your side of things. I mean, you know, I've got the production side of things covered. So yeah, I was trying to explain to them that we chose the lyric 22nd of January purely on the base of the flow of how it sounded. I don't think there's any meaning, right, within the actual date. It just flowed nicely. And we got that inspiration from Earth, Wind and Fire, 21st night of September. So we've covered that, but anything else you can think of, bro, just, type that in. Howard hates coming on. He doesn't. He loves it. He's just busy. Me and Emily have to try and plan our kid's birth for the 22nd of Jan. That would be dope. I would actually be down for that. Hey, thanks for influencer. Very kind, very kind. Get Sam Smith on. We will. I think we're going to do a Latch breakdown in the very near future. We're trying to plan how we can get Sam, Jimmy, and Howard all on at once from all different parts of the world. So, but yeah, it's in the to-do list. Jamie is the best. Yeah, we were scatting melodies that we liked, and then he started sounding. Then they started sounding like a date, so we chose the 22nd. Oh, okay, cool. So you guys were just hammering out lyrics and hammering out melodies, and then boom, out popped the date. Just as I thought. Yeah, Jamie is the best, man. For those who aren't familiar with Jamie Woon, well, A, where have you been? And B, get familiar. He's got 2 albums, I believe, in total. One is called Mirror Writing, I think, and then the second one, which is hugely underappreciated, I think, is called Making Time. The first one, I think, was nominated for a Mercury Prize, and it made some waves and put him on the map. There's a song on there called Night Air and Lady Luck. I believe Burial produced both of those songs with Jamie, which is sick. Imagine having Burial as your producer as a singer. So cool, man. I think Jamie told me he went down to Cornwall, and that's where Burial's from, apparently. It's Cornwall. Or maybe not from, but that's where he was living. And yeah, they wrote all those songs down there in like a couple of weeks. Or I think Jamie had written them, and then he took them down, got them produced with Burial. So that's very sick. You can hear all those drum sounds in there, like the guns like being cocked and the chain and the coins dropping on tables and stuff like that. You can hear that in the production of those songs, and that's so Burial. Do you still speak to him? He's a complete ghost these days. He is off the map a little, but yeah, we speak. I was just checking our texts. Because I was actually thinking the same thing, and we were chatting back in June, just checking in. But yeah, he's all good. He's very just off social media, I think, and knows that it's bad for you, and I think he doesn't want he doesn't want to spend his life looking at his phone. That's as far as I could tell. So, but I think he's all good. We have written a couple of tunes since this day. Nothing that we thought was ready to go out. But man, I love working with Jamie. He's so nice and such a sweet guy, and yeah, just so talented. I'm kind of jealous of how unbelievably naturally cool he just is as a guy. He's wicked and so talented. You guys should watch some videos of him playing some of his songs just on acoustic guitar. There's a wicked one of just Gravity, his song Gravity off the first album, which is just him and an acoustic in like a garden or outdoors or something. Because he kind of came up as kind of finger-style acoustic guitar singer-songwritery vibes, I think. And then he got involved into the electronic side of things more. I would love to ask him about that, to be honest. Like, what made him think I want to present my music in a electronic way as opposed to acoustic guitar and stuff? Because when he played live, he would always do that. And he went from that to Burial, so that's really dope. But yeah, we managed to work with him in between his first and second album. So he was just so high on our list of things of people to collab with, and I don't think he'd done many, if any. He wasn't really collabing with people, so we were very honored to do that. Having him and Ed McFarlane on our first record was, like, for me as a fan, like, they were probably my most fanboy moments of the people on the first record, because I was so into Friendly Fires and Jamie already. So that was great to get them both on the same record. I remember we had a Settle listening party at Jimmy's first studio in Shoreditch when we were working there, and Jamie and Ed came, and Sam, and like some of the label, and we just played the album from start to finish and all had beers and then went to the pub afterwards, and that was a great day, man. Yeah, a really cool day. seeing Ed and Jamie hanging out was very sick. But yeah, don't sleep on his second album, man. Making Time is just a masterpiece. Sharpness is amazing. Message is incredible. Basically, the whole of it is amazing. The last track, Dedication, I love too. It's in a really cool time signature. Apparently, it all just came about from a jam. I know Jamie's manager quite well, and he told me that they were just jamming one day and pretty much hit record, and it all developed from there. And oh man, I think that album. If I ever get asked for hidden gems or stuff that I don't understand why no one really knows about these albums, I always cite Making Time, because I just feel like people's lives would be better if everyone knew about it and were listening to it all the time. I put it on so much. It's great in the car. It's great at home. Great record. Celebration, that's a good tune on there as well. They're all great. They're all just great. Okay, shall we get into it? Howard is replying to people in the chat, so if you want to ask Howard a question, he's right there. Howard49. Something pretty cool in this project, Howard. The bus of the pre-vocals is called Pre 4.9. So I don't know if that was anything to do with you, but that's how it is. Guy rocking the NSYNC hair. You could say so. I need to go to the barbers so badly. Jamie, too many Jamies in the chat right now. Okay, you guys want to see this very old and kind of messy project? Here it is. Very green and blue, this one. Not really any attempt to color things in. But yeah, this is it. Pretty simple. We got drums. It looks like 3 pads, but it's actually just one with the octave above and then the octave above that, I believe. I don't think it's more than 1 pad. It's all the same instrument. I just wanted the octaves at different levels, so I guess I just thought, I'll just have 3 different tracks doing that. 1 sub as well. Again, sub in the chorus, sub in the verse. They probably just got different automation or something. 2 types of beeps. Violin, which is just going to be a single string. Couple of effects here. Oh, there is another bass. There you go. Funky bass. Oh, that's the bump thing. Yeah, I'll put that up there. Sub. You got some vinyl crackle. And then big stack of chorus vocals. And it's kind of like an A-B call and response style chorus. You know, you got that. I protect the memories. And then the if baby you can't recall it. All down here. And it kind of just goes A-B, A-B, A-B. And then, yeah, that's the pre-verse vocals. And then middle 8, which looks like I've called it mate on a text to a mate, but it's actually middle 8. That's all of them. Big stack there because there's big harmonies, which Howard and Jamie would have put together. And then a bit of vinyl crackle and stuff down the bottom. So, yeah, definitely not the busiest project. But I love this one. I think it's a very true, like truly deep house track, I would say, in terms of the sounds that we chose. Obviously, most like true deep house doesn't have like a full verse chorus structure. You know, it's club music. But I would say, you know, strip the vocals off and you're left with a very, as authentic as we could do at the time, you know, very 90s sounding house track. You know, the pad is super jazzy and warm, like something you'd hear in a Rick Wade track or a Mike Huckabee track or... any of those legends. And then the drums are... It's like a mixture of an 808 and Dilla clicks and claps, which is, you know, my kind of normal thing. But I don't know, there's something about how dry they are. I still love these drums. There's a lot in there that I would still do today. So the drums of this and F for You are quite similar. You know, they're very just 4/4 down the middle. No swing really, quite quantized to the grid, but with really like just nicely placed clicks and claps going on. So we will go through all of that. I'm just gonna up my coffee intake because I'm lagging a little bit today. I'm lagging, so just give me a sec. Okay. Someone said, from your home studio, do you run a Universal Audio setup? Well, Howard doesn't. I think you might have an Apollo Twin, actually, Howard, but no. I mean, I'm the kind of more producer side of things, so I got all the plugins, mate. But yeah, I'm very Universal Audio. I've got the Twin right here and a Octo satellite just next to it, which you can see here. It's my Twin and the satellite there. But you won't see any UA plugins in this project because this was made long before I was using Universal Audio anything. Definitely couldn't afford to buy an Apollo Twin, or if it even existed at that stage. I think we were using an RME Fireface or something like that, I think it was called, which is a good interface, to be fair. Really clean preamps, like it's solid. Obviously doesn't come with any plugins built into it, but it was good. Howard, do you remember where we recorded these vocals? I think it was at the auction house, right? Because yeah, that's right. We had a day at Jamie's. We went to Jamie's house. I remember that when he was living in South London, and but we did the vocals. Yeah, I remember now because he was going on about how much he loved the pub because we took him to the pub after we wrote this. The White Hart, I think it was called. We took him to the White Hart, which is in a very small village in Surrey where we wrote most of our first album. So yeah, and Jamie was really into that. He was super loving the auction house vibes and the village vibes. Yeah, he loved the pub. It was a nice day. Have you worked with Jordan Rakai? Someone said, yes. Listen to the last song on our second album. You will hear him. It's a slow jam vibes. Have you done a session with Tom Misch? We have, a couple. Never finished anything yet, though. Maybe one day. What does the UAD satellite do? So the Apollo Twin or the 8 or their interfaces act as, an audio interface. But the important thing about Universal Audio stuff is they have plugins built into them. So it's the same as, having your plugins on your screen. Those are all running off your laptop, off your computer, taking up CPU. With Universal Audio, what they've done is they've put DSP chips in their stuff, and the interface itself runs the plugins, which takes a lot of the hard work off your laptop, which is great. And the satellite just boosts that capability. You have with Universal Audio stuff, like you have this little meter here. And this shows you how much power you've got left in your units. I've got like literally nothing running at the moment, but you can see here's my Apollo Twin Mark II Solo. This has one DSP chip. So that's, it's not going to get you very far. You can probably run about 2 or 3, maybe 4 plugins at once. But then the Octo satellite has got 8 bad boys on standby. So yeah, and you can daisy chain as many as you like, pretty much. I think, well, maybe not as many as you like, but you could definitely have 2 or 3 Octo satellites, I think, running together. And you would be absolutely fine. You could probably have like 100 Neve 1073 plugins open if you had all of that. So that's the same as basically having a Neve desk on your laptop, which is pretty epic. And they're just very good quality. The interface side of things, I love. Super high-end converters to my ear. Anyway, they have a certain sound about them, but I like it. How did the Kate Renada remix come about of this song? Oh, well, yeah, we should have a listen to that at the end. But we were just doing a lot of shows with Kate Renada at that time. We were, working with him a lot. Why does this stop working straight away? Yeah, we were just doing lots of shows with him. He came on tour with us around Europe, I think. Became friends, mutual fans of each other's work. Asked him if he would do it. And he said, yeah. Simple as that. And it's amazing. It's one of my favorite remixes of the whole first album. The Flume one of You and Me and the Kate Renada one are probably my 2 favorites. Really, really good. So yeah, we were just friends. Yeah. Do you miss doing shows? Bruv, more than anything. Literally more than anything. I can't think of anything else I'd miss more. So yes. Hey, well done. Nice Quantum E7, very good. Do I mix with headphones? Nope. Very rarely. I will check stuff on headphones towards the end of the process. on like maybe 3 or 4 different kinds. The same as I'll check it through my laptop speakers and my car and stuff like that. But no, for the majority of time, I use monitors. My entire kit list of everything I have in my studio is on the Discord. So if you want to see what I use, check the Discord. And there's a page on there called like gear or hardware or something like that. And I think the pinned message is the thing that I wrote out for you guys. So you can just have a look at that. You know we're friends with Kate Trinada because he sampled me as well on one of his songs. I always forget that. Yeah, his track 99.9%. That's me talking at the end on a radio show about him, basically giving him love. And he sampled me. And I don't think I knew that was happening. And I was listening through the album just as a fan for the first time. And I was like, oh my God, it's me. I really think that happened, you know. I think there probably was talk of clearing it or something like that, and it was so long before it came out, you know, as you have to with clearing stuff. And then it came around, and I was like, holy shit, that was me. I definitely don't get any royalties on that. I wouldn't want any, you know. It's just a clip of a radio show. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think maybe he's pitched my voice a bit or something, so it doesn't sound exactly like me. Also, it was like years ago, so my voice has just changed. But yeah, yeah, it is very strange to hear your voice on the radio or in that way. Okay, we kind of got sidetracked there with more questions, so I'm just going to begin, if that's cool with you guys. My Stream Deck has died, so that's helpful. I will use Streamlabs on the screen. Here it is again. Let's begin. So I already kind of broke down the rough layout. I might just color stuff so it's a bit easier for you guys to understand. So let's start with a blue and we'll just go down like this. Okay, chorus can be red, pre and that can be orange, verse can be green, oh shit, missed one, middle 8 can be blue, and I don't know, that stuff can be whatever. There we go, much better. January VIP would be a good shout. Yeah, maybe. I was thinking if maybe I would just do a fresh mix today of this whole song, but I just can't be bothered. I've worked really hard this week and I just want to have a chilled day today. So we'll just get it broken down. But yeah, I think I've said this before. I think it would be nice one day to just do an entire like remixed, remastered, not remix, but fresh mix, fresh master of the whole of Settle, perhaps for its 10th anniversary, which will be in a couple of years. So I've already done it for a few of them, but yeah, be like a nice little way to mark the 10-year or something like that. Okay, here we go. So where should we start? Drums, I guess. That's how the track begins. I should also point out that the levels on this are going to be, you know, really not what I would recommend at the moment. And I've learned a lot since doing this. You're going to have a lot of stuff like hitting 0. And then, you know, I basically just pulled the master down at the end before sending it off to mastering, which is not what you should do. You should not be in the red, zeroed on everything, and then just pull it down at the final stage and send it off for mastering. It doesn't affect the sound too badly on like on digital, on DAWs, you know, on Digi software. But if you were using an analog desk, it would be bad because you would be distorting on the way. You'd be distorting the master, and all you'd be doing would be turning up and down that distorted sound. It doesn't quite work like that on DAWs. If you're, you know, at 0, you're at 0. There's only over and not over. Whereas, you know, with desks, there's a bit more room for maneuver, let's say. But yeah, anyway, nowadays I leave like 8 dB of headroom before when I'm hitting the master, it's coming in at like -5, -6, sometimes -8. This is coming in probably at red, so probably +3 or some shit, which is not great. So yeah, just bear with me on that one. So there you go, some nice claps. All of the drums are done in this MIDI here. So I've kept the entire, I've just kept the whole project basically in one window. Well, all the drums, sorry, within one instance of Battery, or is it Ultrabeat? Yeah, it's Ultrabeat, which is a stock drum machine, drum synthesizer sampler that comes with Logic. And it's super easy to use. You know, you just drag your sample here onto this box, and then if you select multi-output here when you load it up, all these labels appear, and you can send each sound down a different output, which is really good and really useful. You can see here on the mixer tons of outputs. So let me color those the same. Ooh. Drums. People saying it's lagging. I don't see that, but if it is, it's because I'm in an Airbnb using the Wi-Fi I was given, and it's just not that great. So hopefully it will clear up. I will just wait a second. Hopefully it will stop being such a bastard. That looks good. Yeah, we had this the other day. This guy was playing Minecraft to 600,000 people at the same time, and people were, I mean, it was just lagging so hard. I think it could be my end as well, though. This Airbnb is just like, I didn't choose the internet provider, you know, it's just, it is what it is. I am using an Ethernet cable, but yeah, I can see it's lagging every now and again. The audio will be fine. It'll just be the Wi-Fi that dips in and out. And it's there's nothing I can do, I'm afraid, guys. So we can either just get on with it, or we can wait for an indefinite amount of time. Your choice. Get on with it, people say. Carry on, it's better. Yeah, you'll get some lag now and again, but I mean, look, it's only Logic, and it's not like I'm playing a game, so. Lower the video to 720. Yeah, I can't do that now. I've started, unfortunately. But we want 1080 anyway. We'll be fine. All right, here's the drums. So, yeah, like I said, it's just one instance of Ultrabeat. I've got my kick down here on C1. I've got a lot of snaps and clicks and claps here, which I've placed, you know, on purpose. I've placed them off the grid to get some kind of flams going on and some slight differences, which I love to do. You don't want them all sounding at the same time. So they just move slightly in the, in the stereo field, and just give you that a little bit more of a human feel to it, rather than programming just a clap after clap. You know, I think the human brain can pick up on something that's so obviously just the same sound over and over again. It's nice to have some variation, even if you're just faking it. I'd probably go in even more detail now and make sure there was even more variation throughout that. Or just record some damn hand claps at the end, just do it yourself. That would help. So that's the drums. And what I've done is I've basically loaded a bunch of my own sounds into Ultrabeat. So I can't really remember where I got all these from. KR55 kick. That's a Boss drum machine, I believe, KR55. So that's where that's from. I've pitched it around a bit, and I'm also using the phase oscillator, which is doing a lot of the work, actually. Yeah, so we've got the noise generator here, which is doing the, well, you're hearing it, the psh, 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 that little thing. Then this is doing the sort of attack of the kick, that little tiny noise. And then this is doing the bulk of the work. See, using this section here is really how I got into synthesizing kicks, and that's why I now use Big Kick and other whatever your plugin of choice is to make your own kick. This is the a very primitive and early version of it. And you just use these sliders here to tune the kick and to see how fast you want it to bend down. And that's basically how I did it. Look, if I start messing with it, you'll see what I mean. What is it at now? I don't want to ruin it for the entire tune, so if I copy it, hopefully it'll remember. So that's obviously pitch, and you're just tuning it. And then this is, the attack. And I'm sending, so this is basically the amount of modulation. I'm sending that from envelope 1, which is down here. So if I adjust this, it'll change the kick. So there you go. That's a really kind of, I guess, basic version of how to, make a kick out of a sine wave. You can also saturate it. And there's, a few variations here, and you can modulate all of them and send them to various LFOs and whatever. It's a good feature of Ultrabeat, and it's a stock plugin. And I used it for most of the kick drums on Settle. And people seem to like those kicks, so must have been a all right choice. Here we got some beeps. Those are, yeah, again, same thing. I'm just making them from scratch. If I turn this off, got nothing. So it's just a beep. Could have done that on the synth, to be honest, but that's pretty much an 808 tom. That's all that's happening there. If you hear. Yeah, that's it. Someone said paste the old patch back. I think it's fine. The kick, I think I got it back to how it was. So those are doing the beep beeps, beep boop, beep boop. And then these are the claps and clicks. Finger click 2. I don't know where I got these from. Clap 3. These are years old at this point. So yeah, I don't remember. Probably me and Howard just recording ourselves like that. So yeah, it's probably just, we recorded a click and exported it and dragged it into Ultrabeat, something like that. Didn't have any splice or anything back then, or I didn't really have any sample packs. Just had a bunch of like Roland drum machine sounds. That was it, and Dilla stuff. I would think that some of these hi-hats are probably Dilla stuff. I don't know, E-Lab Latin. I don't know. Hi-hat dub open. Yeah, I couldn't tell you where I got them from, but. Yeah, this is, I'm doing a fair bit of stuff within Ultrabeat here. I'm doing the levels. I'm doing some EQ here on that hi-hat. And I'm always adjusting the attack. Let's see that. There's my hi-hat there. So you can see why I transitioned from this to Battery, because I think Battery took a lot of inspiration from Ultrabeat. Because for me, it's all the same. It's just a different layout. Battery's just a little bit more in depth with a ton of more possibilities. But they're very, if you know how to use Ultrabeat, you can transition to Battery in like a day, which I would recommend. Okay, so there's the drums. I've got some plugins on there. You're going to pretty much only see Logic stock plugins on this whole project because it's all I could afford, all we had at the time. You got one Native Instruments plugin there, which is just limiting the kick. Other than that, it's all Logic EQ. It's a bit of stereo spread. Wow, that is an old-looking plugin. I would not use that nowadays. Overdrive here and there. Bus 4 is reverb, I think, for this project. I'm using the gymnasium setting on Space Designer. Sounds all right. Bit digified, but it's okay. Bus 3 is chorus, probably. Yeah, Logic chorus. So I'm sending a few things to that, even the kick, just to widen the kick a little bit. You'll hear that if you're in headphones. Just giving it a bit of width. So yeah, that's all the drums. Let's go into bus 10, which is I think it's hidden away, actually. Let me get it on screen. There it is. Drums. My drum bus. No plugins at all on there except for a waves limiter, which is set at 0, and so without it, we're in the red. You shouldn't. I personally don't think you should mix like that. I think you should leave yourself headroom and then bring the threshold down to adjust. But I didn't know what I was doing back then, so we're hitting 0. I'm actually hitting more than 0. I don't know why. Probably because the reverb on top. Yeah, the reverb's not being limited, so it's pushing it just over. But that's fine. Any questions on the drums? It's obviously a very old project, and I've kind of learned a lot since then, so it's not my finest mixing, but I still think it sounds banging. I think the actual, the general vibe is there. I would just probably compress it and saturate it a bit more now. Bit of, give it some excitement, give it some plums. I like that pitched ride. Nice tambourine. Yeah. Someone said, what program is this? This is Logic, my friend. Logic 10. Do you still recommend that limiter? For a very subtle limiting, would you use the Oxford limiter? Yeah, the L1's great. I mean, any of the waves limiters are pretty good. Yeah, the Oxford one is amazing. I don't find it as subtle. I think the Oxford limiter adds a lot of character, actually, to the sound. You mentioned Jay Dilla drums. Did you sample them? If so, where from? I just have a ton of Dilla hits and samples that I've collected over the years, mostly from just taking them from his actual songs. Like, there'll be moments in the track sometimes, that just start with a snare, or there's a moment where the drums just happen. I went through a stage of just taking everything. So, custom made sample pack there, I'm afraid, my friend. I'm sure you can find some online as well, though. Good example is if you watch the breakdown I did of our song Help Me Lose My Mind, pretty much all those drum sounds are Dilla, except for the kick. And probably even the kick has a layer of Dilla. I just thought, well, those are my favorite drums in the world, so why not use those for house? It doesn't get better. Track spacer or regular sidechain, or no difference? I think there's a huge difference. Track spacer is more of a frequency ducker, right? It gets things out of the way in the frequency field, whereas sidechaining is pushing and pulling the volume. So yeah, big difference, man. I think you want to choose carefully which one you want to use, depending on how you want it to sound. Splice has a Jay Dilla pack. There you go. Sure, that's all right. I doubt whether it's the actual sounds from his songs, because I don't know how they'd clear that, but I'm sure someone's done a good job at mimicking. How do you keep the kick and the sidechain MIDI in sync? Just copy and paste? Yeah, honestly, mate, that's just like a beep. Just straight down the middle. I've explained a few times why I like to do it like that. There are reasons to do with latency and syncing, but only when you're using Universal Audio stuff. And this was pre-Universal Audio stuff. So I would say that I like doing it because it's a very short, sharp beep, which allows you to, you can choose how long the sidechain compression lasts using the release. If you send it a big long kick, like boom, boom, the release ain't going to do anything because the sound is already pushing it, for a long time. So sending it a short beep instead, I find more useful in case I don't want a huge sidechain. Bless you. That definitely went down the mic. Yeah. Sorry, Emily just did a huge sneeze. Not huge, actually. I've heard bigger. So someone at that exact moment said, how did you get that whoosh sound effect? But I don't think they were talking about the sneeze. Everyone's saying, bless you, bless you. Thanks, she says. Dilla's mum owns the right to the sample pack on Splice. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Okay, maybe it is actual Dilla sounds then. I don't think I actually have it. Maybe I have a bit. But I'll probably need to download that ASAP. Do you normally use a limiter on the kick? No, not anymore. That was... I think it's fine too. It depends. If you're layering 3 sounds and you wanted to reduce the transient, yeah, you could go ahead and limit that. I think there's no problem, but I don't normally. I never do it nowadays. I just don't. I like compressing the drums on the bus and putting it through some saturation, which is a form of limiting in a way as well. So I kind of wait until the bus stage of things to do anything like that now. Yeah, I rarely put a limiter on individual channels. Pretty much only limit the drum bus and the master. That's it. I let everything else be quite free. Quite like to maintain the dynamics as much as possible in my songs. You don't know whether to buy Ableton or Logic. Tough one. Buy Logic. Yeah, you could just try both. Okay, moving on from the drums. I think it's pretty simple because there's not much going on. Next up is the pad. I love this pad. So this pad I made myself, and I'm pretty sure... Oh, yeah, so it's 3 things. I can't remember where I got the chord from, but it's called Wavetone Tuned 2. I think it was a sample pack I got ages ago, which it was a bunch of Waldorf synthesizer jazz chords just played. So the whole song is 1 chord just pitching around. I've just mapped it to the keyboard. I mean, you can make like 10 deep house tunes out of this. But I've added some stuff over the top. So yeah, you can see here, Wavetone, if I mute these 2 layers. It could easily have been Mike Huckabee, he was Mr. Waldorf synth. And like I've said, I'm a big fan. So probably was a Mike Huckabee sample pack. Yeah, minor 9 chord, pitched around. You smashed it, Will Bateman. There you are. You want to know how to make deep house? Pitch a minor 9 chord around. Done. The layer over that is called Lobby Conversation. I've pitched that up a lot, so if I go down, you'll start to... If I take off these effects, you'll start to hear what it is. Can you hear that? It's just people talking. It's like a restaurant kind of vibe. So that's in there. And then there's some chimes. Reversed. So if I reverse the reverse chimes, you'll... Magic. So yeah, I've just bounced out a little chime sweep, reversed it, put it in the sampler, and that's giving it that kind of... it's almost like a bit crusher, but with more character. I used to like to do that a lot, that nice buzzy sound you can get from a bit crusher, like that buzz on top of things. You can kind of get that from chimes, but you just have to reverse them. And I think it has more character. And then I'm using the envelope on the sampler to control the gentle attack. So, you could have it like this if you want. Something more stabby, or you could have a really long. Whatever you want. It's called Leanne Deep Chord, which makes me think that I probably made this synth. Or maybe even we made this whole beat for Leanne La Havas. I don't think that's probably completely true, but so much time's passed, I can't remember. But, I mean, Leanne is the one singing on our song Stimulation on the same album. She's the sample. So we did write with her and we did try and make a track with her from scratch. But in the end, Stimulation was the one that ended up making the cut. And that's pretty much, that's her singing A Long Walk, like the classic song, A Long Walk, and us chopping up her vocal and sampling it. So it's not quite like writing a song, I guess. But anyway, me and Howard must have made this pad for some song we made with Leanne that I can't remember. Jill Scott, Jill Scott, not classic jazz, my bad. So that's how we made the pad. That's where it began. We've got some EQ on there. Just bringing out all that sparkly top end. Leanne La Havas, yeah, that's right. She's on, Stimulation on Settle. If you listen to Stimulation, that's Leanne La Havas. Compressor after that. Just beefing it up a bit. Some delay. Very subtle. And then some reverb. Bit less subtle. La, 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 la. And then there's 2 side chains. De-energizing. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I used to like to do this. This side chain here is just standard coming from the kick. 4/4, as you'd expect. And then this side chain is actually it's a cool trick. Vocal de-energizer, I used to call it. So that's coming from bus 7. And bus 7 is basically being sent all of the vocals. And I've got it set on a very slow release here. And what it's doing is basically when the vocals are making noise, it's just lightly pulling the pad down. Not in a pumping way, not in like a kick, work kind of way. Just as if you were riding the fader. So instead of riding the fader, the sidechain is doing all the work for me. So I must have thought that Jamie's vocal was clashing a little bit with the pad. So I moved it out of the way. You can see it's probably not doing it in the pre, it's probably in the chorus or the verse. Probably the verse actually when he's most quiet. Yeah, there you go, like bus 7. So if I play those vocals with the pad. And then we have a look at this sidechain. You should see this dip down when the vocals are in. Recall that 22nd January. Now that is somewhere you might want to consider using something like Track Spacer nowadays. I don't think Track Spacer existed then. If it did, I didn't know what it was. So I used to do that. It's only doing 3 or 4 dB, but it just gets things out of the way, you know. Keeps the vocal up front, and then when it's gone, you know, it's just filling that space. I do mix as I record, and not really write, but definitely as I record, yeah. If someone's doing take after take or something, I'll be fiddling around with a hi-hat or whatever. But yeah. You don't understand how this shaped my coming of age. Well, I'm glad you got a lot out of it. Bourbon Funk. Big up yourself. Okay, so we'll come back to the vocals later. Like I said, oh yeah, the pad's also going to chorus as well. See how it's just down the middle there? Boost the chorus. Woo! Beautiful. And we've got exactly the same settings, but for an octave up as well. There's actually some clashing notes in there. The bass note of this chord. It's not wrong, but it's just not great. If I was redoing it now, I would definitely pull this up a bit to get rid of these ones. Yeah, something more like that. I don't know if that ended up in the final take or not, but yeah, I would probably do that. Get all those bass notes out of the way. They're not doing much for me. There's another octave up here as well, which is like super high, just for the last chorus. I don't think you notice it too much in the final mix. This could also not be the absolute final mix. It's just the first version I could find on my hard drive. It's so old now. Okay, those are the pads. Moving on to the bass, the sub. Two basses. We got, I mean, I say two basses, they're all probably the ESP. Yeah, they definitely are. Good old ESP, stock Logic synthesizer. Used it so many times. It's brilliant. It's basically a Juno, kind of a, you know, it looks like a Juno. It's got the same ADSR kind of sliders, sawtooth, square wave noise. It's a really cheap Juno. Got a chorus knob on it. I say cheap, it's free as fuck. So big up the ESP. That's doing the sub. And then you got this funky, more like kind of slap bass, almost call and response. And I'm using the velocity here to control the cutoff. So, you know, if you've got a red note, the high up, it's going to go bow. And if you've got a yellow note, it's going to go boom. Gets louder and more aggressive as you go up the velocity spectrum. Could go crazy with it. What's it doing? I think that the verse sub is like exactly the same with probably just a slightly less cut off. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The bass on the chorus has got that EQ and the bass in the verse has got that. So that's the only difference. I was probably just being lazy and didn't want to do any automation, so I just copy and pasted it and did it that way instead. Then we got some beeps going on. More ESP. Square wave this time with this is the setting here. Bit of tremolo, panning it left and right. Oh, it's lagging. Okay, let me just wait for that to pass. Seems to just come in waves. And if I open up a few like different websites, it seems to sort itself out. So, oh, ah. Yeah, I hurt when it lags as well. Don't worry, I'm not going to be in this Airbnb for much longer. So hopefully the next place I go will have better internet. I know the sound is fine. Yeah, the video will just kind of drop in and out a little bit. So it'll pass. Just give it one more minute.
Money.
Thanks for subscribing, whoever you were. Cult Eviction. Cool. Big up. How did you translate your mixes to live? I've seen you twice and noticed you do play instruments. If you go on YouTube and have a look at a video called Studio Science by Red Bull featuring Disclosure, we break down our entire live setup and how we did it. It's not so much about the translation, I guess, of the mixes, but I think you'll get a pretty good idea by watching that video. Yeah. What kind of pedal are you using for controlling the streaming mic? Oh, good question. It is this. I will just show you with my other camera. Yeah, Rolls-Royce. What's it called? Not Rolls-Royce, that's the cars. Rolls. MM11 Pro mic mute. It's good. I did have one break on me after a couple of months, but this one's been going strong for a long time now. So yeah, I think it's good. It's good because it's like push and hold rather than on, off. It's like as long as you hold it, it stays on. So if at any point I want to mute my mic, I just take my foot off. There you go. Works well. It should be, Rolls-Royce would be sick. What gear did you and Howard start your first album? One plastic white MacBook, not even a Pro, just the MacBook, and an RME interface, and a couple of cheap MIDI controllers, and a Juno 106 that we found in my godfather's loft in his attic. That's pretty much it. We still seem to be going through this laggy latency phase, which is a shame because I would like to carry on. I don't know how it's going to end. I can see it going up and down, and it was fine just a few minutes ago. I might just have to carry on, you know, guys. So sorry about that. It is annoying because I like to cut these videos and put them into up on YouTube. So whoever's editing, Max, basically, is going to have to do a seriously good job at chopping around the lag. I can't lower the bitrate now because we've already started the stream. Sorry, mate. Also, it's usually fine. It's only been the last couple of days. It's been annoying. Here we go. High beeps. We did that. Normal beeps. It's all ESP, the entire track. Every synth. Every single synth except for the one we made, the pad. All of that is ESP. There you go, guys. You don't need all the gear. Pretty sure there's moments where these beeps don't actually work harmonically. Don't know how Howard would feel about that nowadays. I'm pretty sure they only really work with the first chord. So that's, you know, again, it shows how Howard's ears have improved as well since this. Single garage string note. Big up Artful Dodger vibes on that one. And then we got this little reverse noise thing. Also made with the ESP. Can you believe it? Just using the noise generator on it here, and that's it. That's the build-up. I've got another one called Short, which is probably just the exact same thing, but faster. Yeah, just two slightly different. Going through a flanger. And that's, I think, pretty much all we need to cover about the music. And we can do the vocals. Anything I missed? Any last questions about the music, guys? Did I use that for white noise as well? What, the bass line or the pad or the ESP? I don't think so. I think maybe the build-up pad in the pre. I can't remember. But the bass line for white noise was made on Diva by Yuhi. That was pretty much the only other really good plugin I had at the time. I went in hard. I bought like one expensive plugin and no others. Bus 4 is Rotocab. I don't think so. I don't think I was using the Rotocab at this stage. Bus 4. I can't see it. Oh, there it is. No, it's Reverb. I don't think I was using Rotocab. Play the full song for us and dance. I'll just do that at the end. I won't dance, but yeah, we can listen to it at the end. What other effects do you like besides flanger? Phaser, ring shifter, reverb, delay. Tremolo, bit crush, all of them. Good old effects. these questions are not really about this part of the track, so I will just keep it moving. CPU use is good, but unfortunately we're still lagging. Oh no, look, actually it looks like it's good. Looks good now. The last 2 minutes have been good. Cool, so here comes the vocals. We will start with the verse. So it's triple track. You got one down the middle, as you can see here, and then one each side, panned left and right. Here's the 3 channels here. We got a low cut and taking out some low mids. Very simple, and a light bit of just Logic compression as well. Here's how it sounds with plugins and stuff.
Tell me just what I should be expecting, 'cause here I am on my own free will. Fortune favors the brave, so they say.
There's that. Here it is with no plugins. Well, at least on the bus. I could take them off the channel as well. Yeah, this is absolutely nothing.
Tell me just what I should be.
Oh, those are
Tell me
automated.
just what I should be expecting, 'cause here I am on my own free will. Fortune favors the brave, so they say.
Got some phasing in there because I think Jamie's so in tune with himself that it's kind of doing some weird phasey stuff, but doesn't matter. I'm sending it to a bunch of chorus and flanger anyway, so kind of I'm into that. So yeah, just
Tell me just what I should be expecting.
just a little bit of compression on each one, very
Tell me
light.
just what I should be expecting.
Just leveling them out. That's the EQ on the bus, just boosting the highs pretty much, taking out some more low
Tell
mids.
me just what I should be expecting.
And then I'm de-essing it with this really bad Logic
Tell me
de-esser.
just what I should be expecting.
The only reference you get is this little tiny flashing light here. So when it's active, it
Tell
flashes.
me just what I should be expecting.
Yeah, it's doing what I need it to do. It's taken out the S's, so that's good. Some more compression, which I would always do that before de-essing nowadays, because if you compress after de-essing, you kind of undo what you've just done with the de-esser. So again, another thing I've learned
Tell
since
me
then.
just what I should be expecting.
Compressing that pretty hard, actually.
Tell me just what I should be expecting.
Sounds good, though, giving it energy. Some chorus.
Tell me just what I should be expecting.
That's really like boosting it out to the sides. I love that sound.
Tell me just what I should be expecting.
Oh, and bus 7 is just sending it to the side chain. And then this is the flanger.
Tell me just what I should be
No,
expecting.
that's reverb. Yeah, so just those 3 vocals. I've got another one down here muted, so we must have recorded 4 and decided that the top 3 were the best. Or perhaps this is an amalgamation of bits of this pasted in, and I don't know. You can see we did like a few takes, well, quite a lot of takes on certain things. Got some stuff hidden. I don't know what's hidden. Oh, Leanne. Oh my God. Maybe there is another song in here. Wow. We'll come back to that. That's awesome. Secret Leanne stuff. What's this? Chorus? Oh, it's just blank. Anyway, there's some secret stuff in there. That's cool. Yeah, I thought we'd done something with Leanne on this. I just couldn't remember. It's been so many years. Yeah, here's some leftover Jamie vocals.
Tell me just what I should be expecting.
Ah.
'Cause here I am on my own free will.
Oh, it's just all of them bounced down together. I don't know why I did that. I ended up not using it. So that's all that is. It's these 3 added together. Put there.
Tell me just what I should be expecting. 'Cause here I am on my own free will. I might as well fix up and play your game.
Nice. I don't think that the pre or really any of the rest of the vocals is that different in terms of EQ and compression. It looks all the same to me, to be honest, guys. I didn't really know much at this point, so kind of just set it as best I could, made it sound clear, and copy and pasted the settings. We got one down the middle here, mono vocal, and then left, right, hard left, hard right. So that's five vocals in total.
And we cannot replay. Get the aesthetical feel.
You can see I'm bussing the signal of this to a delay, and that's what's filling in the gaps. So if you watch this bus 6 here.
And we cannot replay. Get the aesthetical feel.
So, you know, that's just stopping it constantly delaying. It's just delaying the last word of each line, which is sometimes a nice trick to fill in the space if, you know, you don't want to have like a busy vocal. You don't want to fill up every section of the whole song with vocal. So that bus is, where is that? Here, called Big Delay. Oh no, that's 8. I can't see it. Bus 6. Oh, it's just that, isn't it? Yeah, vocal delay. Yeah, it's a stereo delay with a phaser on it.
And we cannot replay. Get the aesthetical feel.
Yeah, good old Logic phaser. And then we go into the chorus, which, like I said earlier, is this kind of A-B thing. So you got these ones doing like this falsetto, high up type thing, and then these ones, I think lows and highs, if I remember correctly.
I'll protect the memory.
Nice amount of flanger on there. See, bus 5 is a flanger. Don't always put a flanger on a lead vocal, but it was really nice for this song.
I'll protect the memory.
And then you got the, oh yeah, lows and highs.
I'll protect the memory. If baby you can't recall it, you can't recall that.
Lows.
If baby you can't recall it, you can't recall that.
He's got a great range, Jamie. He's like so consistent with his tuning across so many different types of, across all the range, you know. Even when he's low, he's like bang in. And when he's super high up doing his like, ooh voice, he's spot on. Very good.
I'll protect the memory.
Here it comes.
22nd January.
Hey! Today's date is the 22nd of January.
Was it just as real as you expected?
So I've got some automation going on here just to make a little point of difference. I think the pad like bends down or something. Is it? Yeah, little pitch bend at the end of this. Or aftertouch, is it? No. This must be pitch bend. Yeah. Boo!
Was it just as real as you expected?
And yeah, all the vocals go completely dry there just for a second too. See, I've just bypassed both the effects. Yeah, that kick in.
Was it just as real as you expected?
Yeah, just makes them seem like they've really come forward in the mix. Oh yeah, and then the middle 8. I love this middle 8. Beautiful harmonies here, written by Howard and Jamie. Big stack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 part harmony. Well, not 10 harmonies, but 10 recordings. It's probably 3 parts. Ooh, got a fab filter on this one. Wow. Distorting. Ah, you know why that's distorting? On every single compressor, on every vocal, I've got the attack set to 0 milliseconds, which you should never do on a compressor. Always keep it at like at least above 1. That's really annoying. Might not be that, but still, I stand by it. If you set your compressor to absolutely 0, you get this kind of soft distortion, which sometimes is cool on like a bass or something, but it's not what you want on a lead vocal. I think I'm just running it way too hot. I think it's just distorting generally. You hear that when they're all in? Yeah, all right. So it's the bus compressor. I've also got all the vocals going to another compressor, which is also set on 0. You should hear this. Hear that like crunchy? If I just literally move it a tiny bit, it just totally disappears. This is shit I just didn't know back then. So, you know, you live and learn. So that's called soft distortion. See, we're not in the red, but the attack is just fucking with it. All I should have done is just literally 1 millisecond. Problem solved. So yeah, it's all good though. Part of the process. It's not like the worst distortion either. It's not like really in your face. Sure, in the mix as well. Can't really hear it in the mix anyway. But yeah, little tip for you there, guys. Leave your compressor at least above 1 millisecond. I'll skip to the second half where the filter's open.
Putting faith in your relief, I'll suspend your disbelief.
So that's a fifth there, I think. You got the root note and the fifth.
Putting faith in your
Oh, okay, those are the same. So those are all doing fifths.
Putting faith in your relief, I'll suspend your disbelief.
And then these are doing, I don't know what note that is. Someone will work it out.
Putting faith in your relief, I'll suspend your disbelief. Putting faith in your relief, I'll suspend your disbelief.
Beautiful, man. I love those lyrics as well. Putting faith in your relief, I'll suspend your disbelief.
Putting faith.
Yeah, you can see how Howard's harmony stacking has come a long way since then. It's kind of, it's almost kind of monk-like, you know. It's just like fourths and fifths. It's power harms, you know. There's no sevenths or fourths or fifth, you know, minor nines. It's very just 3-part straight up harmony.
Putting faith in your relief.
But you know, it's cool. I think it works nicely over the chords. Maybe Howard would disagree. Maybe. I wish I'd turned that up. That's such a cool bit. Yeah. Yeah. Hidden gem. Yeah. What's this? Is this some ad libs or?
And your relief.
Okay, I won't play that just in case Jamie would be uncomfortable. That was just a bunch of ad libs, I guess, that he did. Wow, there's loads. Yeah, we didn't end up using that.
You can't recall. You can't recall.
Yeah, he's just feeling it out. I don't think we ever got to a point where we thought it needed it, so we just left him out. Free Jamie and his ad libs. No, he can stay there. But we can have a look at that secret Leanne ad lib. Jesus, that's so dope that that's in there. For those who tuned in a bit late, I realized the pad that I made here was called Leanne Deep Chord. Leanne being Leanne La Havas, who we worked with on the first album. She sings on Stimulation. So I must have made that pad in that session, and we ended up not using it and doing a different tune, but it made its way over to January. But I think this might be her singing. It could just be more Jamie. I don't know. Damn it! Yeah, it's more Jamie. Oh well, this is probably him writing the melody. He's probably just scatting away. So let's have a listen. I'll mute the other vocals. Sick. mean, you can hear bits of the song are already there. You know, he's already kind of half there. So this is what we would usually do. We'd get someone to scat a few times, and then we'd go through and be like, I like this bit, I don't like this bit, I like this bit, and then we'd just put those together and keep looping it until some lyrics popped out. Remembering the time that you and I. So yeah, very like spontaneous melody writing. Weird. Yeah. Sick. That's nice to hear, man. I'm glad that's still there. But yeah, that's definitely just Jamie, no Leanne. But yeah, nice to uncover those little gems. Reminisce. We would have just had the speakers blasting at that point, and he would have just been holding a mic in front of the speakers and just feeling his way through the track. I don't think I've got anything else to show you. There's no plugins on the master out. Just redlining, just straight redlining. Here it is. Yeah, there you go, guys. That is January. I'm going to leave it there for today. I'll take a few questions, but I'm going to go and enjoy my Friday, I think. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, I'll quickly just have a listen through everything I made this week. Just a little clip of each one. But yeah, I'll take a few questions. How could you have the speakers blasting and still have a clean recording? I mean, maybe that wasn't. Maybe it was headphones and a mic. I don't know. But from the sound of it, it's so noisy. I think it was probably an SM58. I didn't have an SM7 at that stage. Did record labels find you, or did you send your music to them? We have been signed to Island Records for a while. Well, I'm actually unsigned now because we fulfilled our contract, 3 albums. But they offered us a deal because we did a remix of Jessie Ware's song Running. And she was signed to Island at that point. And they loved it so much, they were like, you guys are sick. Do you want to get signed to us? I don't think they said it like that. Do you want to get signed to us? But yeah, that was how it happened for us anyway, with our major label deal. We were just releasing on indie label before that. And that was mostly through relationships that our managers already had with friends in and around London who'd been working in the music industry and had their own little labels. So we just did a few like 7-inch records. We also released a free EP on our Facebook, and then we signed to Island. So yeah, it was that Jessie Ware remix that really led to us getting signed, which I just did a fresh mix of, and you can find right now on Spotify. On our Record Bag playlist. I think it's the top Disclosures 2021 mix of the VIP. So yeah, that was a very important song for us. Someone said, am I in England? Nope, I'm in America. Is your dad's band Dark Ages still together? Yeah, they are. I don't think they've rehearsed in a very long time because of lockdown, but I'm sure they'll get back on it if things become normal ever again. How come January hasn't made its way into many sets? Good question. I've DJ'd it out a few times when the time is right. It's just a very chilled song, you know? It's not really something you'd want to play to like 30,000 people losing their minds in a festival. It's a little bit more... Yeah, like I said, I like listening to it when I'm driving or at home, dinner party vibes, beach party maybe. But yeah, you know, we got big so fast that we were playing pretty big shows like as soon as the album came out, you know, and people, it wasn't on the top of the request lists, but for musos and producers, it's definitely a favorite. I can see why you guys like it. I love it. But yeah, we never played it out too much. Also, Jamie, Jamie just never did many shows. He never played with us, I don't think. So I think we knew that we wouldn't really have him on tour with us very much. So we just never rehearsed it, never learnt it live. Yeah. Damn, these questions are rolling in. I can't keep up with all of that, I'm afraid. I am thinking of releasing some of the Twitch tunes, but not anytime soon. It's more like I'm holding them back for sessions with singers and rappers and seeing if we can make any of them into full songs. How do I know Will Neff? I just know him through a mutual friend who actually is his roommate, called Gaston. Known Gaston for years just through music and through being friends, and Will's his roommate, and I knew that he did Twitch. So when I wanted to start Twitch, he was my first port of call to getting all this equipment set up and learning how to use Streamlabs and stuff like that. Big up Will.
Money.
Back to the UAD Octo. Could you suggest a mic? Well, you don't plug a mic into the Octo. The Octo is just the satellite. If you mean the twin, like the Apollo twin, there is no mic that's right for that interface. You choose a mic on what you want to record. If you want to record vocals, there are certain mics for that. If you want to record a hi-hat, there's certain mics for that. A kick drum, there's certain mics for that. It depends. But I'm guessing you mean vocals. On the whole, I would suggest a condenser microphone with a cardioid polarity. I know that sounds crazy, but Google those words and begin your search. Your budget will be the main thing that will dictate which mic you can get. Microphones are a bitch. They're like, there's so many cheap ones, and then there's like no in between. It goes from pretty cheap to like insane. And to be honest, most of the insane ones are the ones that sound professional. So it's a tough world with microphones. Most of my first album, I was recording things through like a 70-pound AKG blue-looking thing. Cardioid microphone. Maybe not Settle, actually. Settle, I think we had a Neumann by then, but Boiling and Control and songs like that came before Settle, that was all AKG, like very cheap. I would, for an all-round mic though, yeah, I mean, the SM7 is great. Really, really good mic. But it's not cheap, really. It's not actually very cheap. My favorite mic is a Neumann M49. I also love the Telefunken. I forget the model of it now, but yeah. The Rode are quite good. Rode make quite good microphones. They do like a kind of cheap Neumann copy vibe. Good place to start. Joe Rogan uses this mic. Yeah, he does. This is a great mic for podcasts, for talking, but it's good for singing too. Okay, I'll scroll up. A couple more questions. Novation Peak, synth you love or just a workhorse? Both. Use it a lot. Friend Within uses a Peak a lot. Friend Within will tell you some shit about Peak. I've seen him jamming away on it loads. He's better at it than me. I got loads to learn with the Peak. It's a deep synth. There's a lot of routing and stuff you can do with it. But I love it because it's simple to use if you just want to tweak some stuff. But you can build some really intricate stuff on there because it's got wavetable. It's got a ton of ways of routing the LFOs. Yeah, I need to have a proper YouTube dive and spend a few days on my Peak because I've kind of exhausted all the just standard functions it comes with. That'll do. Someone said, what song on 99%? I can't remember, actually. It's a long time ago. You'll have to have a scroll through, but it's on there. All right, I'm going to have a quick recap of what I made this week, just for fun. Oh, yeah, B Howard 12 is live now, guys. If you guys want to make music with me, get subscribed, get on the Discord, and you will find B Howard, which is a little competition we do every week. I make some tunes, I make some parts. You guys finish it for me over the weekend. You got to submit your tune by midnight on Sunday, UK time, or like 11:59 p.m. Voting starts on Monday, and I'll be listening and judging the top 10 most upvoted tunes. Here's what we made. I just made some techno, some like acid drums, I think. Oh yeah, Emily just told me it's Leave Me Alone is the Kate Renata song. Leave Me Alone. the end of that tune is me. Thanks, mate. Here's the bass line. That's it. That's all I made for you guys. CB Howard, the folder on the Discord for details. Subscribers only. So get subscribed if you want to take part. There are prizes. There are prizes to be had. Okay, cool. Let me just quickly give us a little blast of what we did this week, and that will be that.
Money.
What was the date on Monday? I don't even remember. The 18th. Okay. Oh yeah, we did this. I haven't bounced everything out, but we made this. This was a vibe. Let's go. Yes. Yeah, I'm really into that one. Big up 3 Kelvs on the sample. I got you guys to ping over a load of tunes that you wanted me to sample, and that was a banger. Thanks for Vim. Big peak time banger, that one. The next thing I made, I didn't bounce out, which is kind of annoying. I will open the project. I'm not going to save that January edit because it should be the same. Here's the next one.
I can feel it.
Oh yeah, I love this bit. Yeah, man. Feeling that one. I should have bounced that out, you know. I thought I did. But I will now instead. Good stuff. Yeah, happy with that one. Do you ever make tunes just for DJing, not for release? Yeah, it's happened a lot. Especially over lockdown, actually. I was making a ton of edits that just made it into things like Boiler Room and the Circle set that we did, and well, here as well. I've made probably 100 tunes on Twitch at this point that haven't come out, so yes. Thank you, Lee. Nice one. Love the sample. Love the sample. So sick. Punching the air right now. Good. Yeah, it's a real roller, that one. I like how slow it is. Chugs. Well, it's 120 slow for me anyway, nowadays. Oh yeah, I made this weird thing. Yeah, I like that. I do like it now on fresh ears, you know. It's just different and weird, and I like that. How slow can you go, says friend with him. About 120. 120 BPM. Nah, there's loads of slow stuff on Caracal. Masterpiece is like 65 BPM or something crazy slow. 65 BPM, I'll say that. Yeah, that's definitely for some kind of rapper or like a more R&B style vocal. I don't know. Banked. All right, last one. This is what I made yesterday. A little collab with the keyboard player of Jamiroquai, Matt Johnson. Here it is. Matt sent me a bunch of chords, and this is the first thing I made.
Quit talking and start mixing.
Wow, you're too kind. Thank you. we go. That was this week's work, guys. Yeah, I really enjoyed that last one. I think that's got potential. Need to do a little breakdown there and then bring it back one more time. Yeah, Matt Johnson's a beast. Frame of him. Yeah, he's sick. All right, I think that's everything I said I was going to do. Yeah, I'm going to go outside today. Actually go outside and go for a walk. I hope you guys have a nice weekend. Making tunes. B Howard 12 will be on Monday. Good luck to everyone who's taking part in the competition. See the Discord for more details. Fremovin, you joining? Should do. Could do. Yeah, good luck to all of you. Hope you have a nice one. Happy Friday night. Happy 22nd Jan. Big date for Disclosure. Big date. And enjoy the running VIP. I did tell you guys about that last week, but yeah, I did a fresh mix of Jessie Ware, Disclosure remix of Running. The VIP version is finally out now after about 8 years of waiting. See the Scream and Disclosure boiler room for the original moment. But yeah, it's out now. Spotify, Apple, all those places. Follow the Record Bag playlist. I think it's on the top. In fact, I'm going to update that today. I'm going to put a load of new tunes on there. So yeah, keep it positive, keep it vibey. I will see you guys next week. I'll see you on Monday for B Howard 12. Peace out, everyone. Have a good weekend. Much love.
She said, call me, told me your name, whispered something sweet, then went away. I keep calling every night, she don't answer, but tonight she might. I get restless, pour my wine, turning pages, trying to bide my time. The door's open, like my eyes, was it truth she told or was it lies? More than I can take. My eyes glued to the phone. Been silent for so long. Say, do you remember me? Or are you on your own? Happy all alone. She said, call me. I keep calling. I get restless every night. She said, call me. I keep calling. I get restless. Went away. Was it like?